good afternoon. It's Keon Brown. Thank you for watching all around the world. This is NCCU Live for October 17th, 2021. So glad that you're here with us. We started this show almost a year ago during the pandemic to honor distinguished alumni of NCCU, and we're in season 3. And so we're grateful for all the alumni who are doing incredible things, allowing us to honor them every week. This is like homecoming to me. We've got some great guests today. Let's start with our good friend and alumni, Danielle. Let's make sure she's in here. Danielle, are you there?
I'm here.
Welcome to NCCU Live. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing very well, so you are class of 2008. You're a business, law, and trademark attorney. Talk about your matriculation at NCCU and how NCCU found you.
NCCU was the only school I applied to, actually.
Hey, so me too.
So if I didn't get in, look, all hope would have been lost. But it's the only school I applied to. I loved my 4 years there. I bleed NCCU. Like it was just an amazing experience. It's nothing like it.
I know it. I love being a part of the club where it's the only school we applied to. My dad went to NCCU, so it's kind of like I saw a picture in my timeline, a reminder pic. You know how it comes up your memories. Mm-hmm. I had an NCCU lanyard in a high school yearbook, so I was like,
"Oh, you were ready."
ready. So, talk about your work as a business and trademark attorney. What is that like for you?
I love it. It's the most amazing thing that I could ever do because I get to work with Black women entrepreneurs day in and day out. It's like my people, right? I get to see them and experience them every day and help them, set the legal foundation that they need for their business. And it's just a wonderful thing for me to do day in and day out. I couldn't ask for anything better.
And talk about your legal journey, right? So you're a legal eagle. Did you go to NCCU law?
No, I'm not a legal eagle. I just went to NCCU undergrad.
You are a legal eagle. You're an eagle in the legal field. You are a legal eagle. Where did you get your law degree?
Arizona Summit Law School. Beautiful. So proud of you inside of that. What's one thing that you would tell folks? Because we have a lot of entrepreneurs here. You said that that's some of the people that you get to work with. Some of the eagles that are here that are budding entrepreneurs. What's the first thing you would tell them as they venture down this path of entrepreneurship? Protect your brand. Protect your brand with a trademark. A lot of us, it takes a lot to be an entrepreneur, right? It takes a lot to build a brand. You want to have a brand that when people see your business name or your brand name, they automatically know that's you, right? And a lot of us don't protect it. And that's what a trademark does. It gives you ownership of your brand. And you don't want to be out here putting your blood, sweat, and tears into a brand that you don't own, that someone could just sweep in and take from you. You just don't want to do that. So that would be my number one thing.
Let's stay on that. What do we do first? Because I don't think I'm protected. So what is it that we do first to get a trademark? I have a couple ideas. What do we do first?
The first thing you need to run a search, right? And a search tells you whether or not that name is available to begin with, because you don't want to build it and somebody else already has it. So that's
the TPO, or what is it on the website?
The United States Patent and Trademark Office.
Yes. What's that website? Because I know that's how they do the search.
The USPTO.gov.
USPTO, PTO.
Yeah.
Not parent teacher organization. Y'all educators that are watching, this is something else. Okay, go ahead. That's fine.
Right, it's something else. But yeah, you want to do a search first and make sure that name is available to you. And it's not just the USPTO you want to do that search, right? Because there's a lot of people that may not have a trademark, but they started their business before you. So you want to search like the internet. You want to search state business registrations. You want to search state trademarks. So you want to do just a thorough search in the beginning. And then once that name is clear, then you file your application with the USPTO.
Thank you for that. See, that's some valuable, tangible advice for our Eagles.
Yes.
Look, So switching gears a bit, coming out of the pandemic, what is something that you're clear about in personal life or even in what you do corporately? What are you clear about coming out of this pandemic?
Be able to pivot. I know
Mm.
that's kind of been like the go-to thing that people say, but just being able to pivot, because at first, when I first started my firm, I just thought that I was just going to do criminal law. I just knew I was just going to be a criminal defense attorney. And when the courts closed during the pandemic, I was like, wait, I still got to eat. So what am I going to do? How can I still serve my people, right? What else can I do? And then that's when I really dived deep into business law and trademarks, and I was able to pivot from that, and I loved it. I really love what I do, and then I let criminal law go altogether. So that would be my
Now,
example.
indeed, indeed. And I have to ask you because I asked some of the legal eagles that come in when you were doing virtual court. Did you have a full suit on, or did you have did you have your
No
pajama
one
pants
ever
on?
has a full suit. No, I mean, we don't like suits. Who likes suits? Who just wants to walk around in a suit? No, I never had a full suit on. You can see the top, and that's it. I'm probably in like some shorts, or I won't say nothing else. But yeah, no, never a full suit.
Exactly. I'm like, you got a full face on and you got some pajama pants on.
Right, exactly.
All right, Danielle, Brent Bounds, right?
Brent Bowens.
Bowens. All right, Brent Bowens from the class of we said that completely, Danielle. Brent Bowens from the class of 2008, North Carolina Central University. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. We honor you today. We'll be right back with you. We're going to get our next guest in, and then we're going to get you back at the end to have a nice conversation amongst Eagles. All right?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Danielle. So grateful for her and the service that she is doing for us, our people. Make sure that we'll drop all her information so that you guys can reach her if you're looking to get your trademark going. All right. Our next guest, former Mr. NCCU from the class of 2019. Woo, me and Danielle, boy, I feel a little old with the young people. 2019. All right, let's bring up in Jamal Cersei. What's up, Mr. NCCU?
What's going on? How you doing?
Doing very well, man. Thank you for being here, man.
No problem. No problem. Happy to be here.
All right. So, of course, you are a former Mr. NCCU. Tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what you're up to now, because you do have a special announcement. This may be your first live delivery of this new role that you have. So I'm so glad this is a Eagles Alumni Network exclusive today. Go ahead.
So yes, I'm Jamal Cersei. I'm from a small southern town called Walnut Cove, North Carolina. So for those that are familiar with like geographical descriptions, it's like right outside of Winston-Salem and Greensboro, North Carolina. It's real country, 2 stoplights, 2 grocery stores, and everyone's related. We all love each other. So yes, I graduated from NCCU in 2019. After I graduated from NCCU, I went to the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, where I obtained my master's degree in higher education administration. So the special announcement that I have is I now work at NCCU as the Special Programs Coordinator and SGA Royal Court Advisor. So I'm back home doing what it is I love and giving back to those who come from situations or who just aspire to be involved on campus and don't really have the resources. So I'm happy to be there and just happy to be able to pour back into the Eagles or pour into people that are at my home specifically. So yes.
All right. EAN exclusive. Welcome back home to the nest. Thank you for that. As a former student body president, I always love to see people come back and serve in that capacity because they do. Student leaders need support, just like student athletes. Student leaders have to be a full-time representative and a full-time student as well. So it's almost like different muscles, So thank you for coming back. What an honor to come back to our alma mater and serve in that capacity, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Excellent. How did matter of fact, that one grocery store, is that like a Piggly Wiggly or is that what kind of grocery store is that?
So it's called, we have an Ingles and we have a Food Line.
Come on, Ingles?
You know what Ingles is? Okay, cool. Yeah, so we have Ingles. Most people, they're like, I don't know what that is, so.
You know you country when you got Ingles, when you shop at Ingles.
Right.
All right. Excellent. Man, how did NCCU find you over there by Ingles over there now? Was Walnut
Grove?
Cove.
Okay.
Walnut Cove.
Walnut
Yep,
Cove.
yep, yep.
How did NCCU find you in Walnut Cove?
So I low key, well, high key didn't want to go to a 4 year university at all, or even college, right? My last year at my high school, we had introduced our high school was introduced to something called a college counselor advisor, and she was like, Jamal, I think you would really love an HBCU, and I'm like, I don't want to go to college, I just want to stay home, you know. So I applied to A&T, NCCU, went to Salem State. UNC Charlotte, a couple of other schools. But then I'm like a homebody. I'm country, right? So I like to be around my family. I didn't have anyone at these schools. And then I had an older cousin who went to NCCU, and then another cousin who went to NCCU a year before I did. So she talked to me. We went to go tour NCCU, and I fell in love with it. And then the fact that I had family there made it even better. And they challenged me to get out of my comfort zone and actually start to get involved in stuff. So that's kind of how I found NCCU. They were like my second chance at finally getting things right. So, yeah.
Indeed. Indeed. I love those stories. Just for future reference on this show, we refer to the school in Greensboro as the school in Greensboro.
The school in Greensboro. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. The school in Greensboro. I like that. I like that.
What is your most meaningful memory serving as Mr. NCCU during your matriculation on the Sloping Hill and Vernon Green?
Oh, man,
I know there are plenty of them.
I'm telling you. So I was just talking to Mr. NCCU 2021-22 about this on Friday. I think the most memorable moment that I've ever had was I was walking through the Greek Bowl one day, and a student stopped me, and she was like, Jamal, I don't think you really understand how much your hey, how are you doing today goes. She said, like, oftentimes we run into student leaders or we run into people and we just say hey, and that's it. But you take time out of your day to actually just sit down and figure out how we're doing, what it is that we like to see, or what it is we're experiencing or going through. So I think that was the most memorable moment, and it stuck with me out through the rest of my reign by continuing to be genuine and actually hear people out, because sometimes people just want to be heard, you know. So I think that's one of the most memorable moments that I've had serving in my role. Yeah.
Indeed, man. That's excellent. I want to ask you, coming into this new position, what is your main focus? Almost like in the first 90 days, what can one expect from this capacity for you?
One of my main focuses is getting to know the students that I'm serving first and foremost, the student leaders at that. I feel like oftentimes when we do advising, so in my graduate assistantship role, we want it to be hands-on. But I think one of my focuses now being at NCCU is making sure that the students feel as though they're at the forefront of all the events or at the forefront of planning, so that they're the ones implementing everything and it's not coming from me. I'm just more so there to push them and advise them, or, you know, guide them down the right path, opposed to doing it all on my own. So I want the students at NCCU to have more power at doing things that it is they want to do.
Indeed. Now, what number are you for Mr. NCCU?
The 19th.
Come on, the 19th.
Yeah, 19th, Mr. NCCU.
All right. Well, the 19th, Mr. NCCU, Jamal Searcy from the class of 2019. Thank you for being on NCCU Live. We honor you today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Well, we're not done. We got to bring back in our first lady of the hour, Danielle. How you doing?
I'm good.
It's a great day to be an NCCU Eagle. Thank y'all for being here as we complete our weekly homecoming. I call this homecoming every week on here. Get to see people that we don't get to see often. We started this during the pandemic when we couldn't go nowhere. And this has been such a great joy to interact with alumni all over the world. We've had people from Trinidad and London and Asia and Africa to tune in and be a part of our broadcast. So we're so excited to bring you guys into the fold. So I want to talk about really NCCU as an institution and how important it is to maintain it, sustain it, and elevate it. I want to start with Danielle. What are your thoughts on that? How can we do that? And how important is it that we maintain, sustain, and elevate NCCU?
It's extremely important, right? It's like none other. Honestly, the foundation that you get when you're at NCCU is no other experience. It develops you as a person. It elevates you. It helps you to understand who you are and be true to your Blackness. It's everything to maintain it and sustain it.
I love that. I love that. Mr. NCCU, how important is NCCU as an institution? How should we elevate it? How can we elevate it as you go back to the yard to work?
Absolutely. I agree with what Attorney Danielle said. It gives back so much, right? And you want to make sure that what it's giving, you're also able to exude in your everyday walk. So, rebranding NCCU, making sure that we're highlighting everything that we have going on, make sure that we have people in position, students in position, so that they can see the type of students that we have and the type of students that will go into the world and make an impact. So, I'm excited about being there and pushing our students to be at the forefront of fundraising opportunities, speaking engagements, so that they can say, oh, wow, that, Mr. and Miss NCCU, they spoke so well. Or the SGA president, he knows exactly what he's talking about. They care about the institution, they have a passion for it, and they can tell that NCCU was putting something inside them outside of the classroom. We're adding to the classroom and making sure that we're enhancing every aspect of what NCCU has to offer. So,
Indeed. Danielle, what is one thing that you learned from NCCU that you use every day in your practice?
Be true to who I am.
Indeed.
No matter what that looks like, right? Because there will be people that may not understand you or may not get you, but you still stand tall and be true to who you are as a person. That's what it taught me, to stand on my own and be true to me.
Indeed. Jamal, same question.
For me, it taught me that I can do anything I put my mind to. Before going to NCCU, like I said, I was extremely shy, didn't really talk to too many people. So something that I apply in my everyday life is that there's nothing too hard. There's nothing that I can't handle, as long as I keep my faith in God and hold on to the things that NCCU gave me. So I apply that to my everyday life.
Thank you guys. I wanted to ask you, in current events, in the world news, if you will, what's one story that you are following closely inside of what you do every day? What's one story that you're following? We'll start with Danielle.
Let's start with Mr. NCCU and come back to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Look, I done zoomed in on you. Yeah, because I think this is important. The reason why I ask this is because this is an opportunity to highlight our alumni, and you guys are working professionals, you are experts in your field, and I think it's important that someone that is watching this doesn't really care too much about Mr. and Miss NCCU, in the grand scheme of their lives, but news stories and articles and current events connect us in that way. So what are you following, Jamal?
I think it's typical, but everything around the COVID-19, right? Especially being at NCCU, how can we ensure that the students are still able to do what it is they're used to doing, but also keeping safe, right? So what that looks like at an institutional level. So I feel like that's one of the main stories that I follow the most, because I want to make sure that I'm being safe and also ensuring that the students are also safe too. So.
I love that. We heard from the Alumni Association, had a council meeting yesterday with the chancellor who presented, and he definitely assured us that the campus is doing everything possible to maintain the safety of the community, including our students. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And I talked to the SGA president, frequently, and he's comfortable. He says that there are measurements in place for the COVID-19 situation. If someone contracts the virus, there are things that happen immediately. People are tested. Over 90% of the staff is vaccinated, and those who are not, I believe, are doing weekly testing. So and it's right in alignment with my job and my corporation and things that we do. So I'm like, okay, Central is on par with this COVID-19 response. So I'm grateful for that. So thank you for that. Thank you for following that. Danielle, what do you think?
I think mine is the mortality rate around African-American women during pregnancy. It's a big thing now, right? The healthcare system is failing Black women, honestly. So that's probably the biggest thing that I'm following, to see, what can be done to prevent that. Because, you shouldn't go in and have a baby and then potentially lose your life. So that's the biggest news article that I'm following right now.
Yeah, thank you for that. I wanted to ask you, I just had a brain fart. What's important to you about the yard as we approach homecoming 2021? We've been gone for a while. One, are you going? And then what's the first thing you're going to do when you get to campus if you're going? Mr. NCCU, are you going to homecoming, Mr. NCCU?
So actually, we'll be going to homecoming, but it'll be from a different aspect this year. You know, usually I go to have fun, but I'm actually going to be working and putting the work behind the scenes. So I'm excited to just see what that looks like overall. I'm excited to see how we're going to incorporate everything that's going on top of also making sure that everyone is safe. But I'm excited to see everyone as well. So, yeah.
I know the biggest update is no Greek Bowl. I know that's a big feature, but no Greek Bowl this year. They ain't talking about nothing else, so I guess they're going to congregate somewhere else. We'll see.
Right.
Right.
Okay, Greek Bowl. Danielle, are you going to homecoming?
Of course, I'm going to homecoming. I'm there. I didn't know it wasn't a Greek Bowl. That's new to me, so I'm a little sad over here. But I think the biggest thing, though, is just get to see everybody, the love on people you haven't seen in a while. It's COVID, so it might not be giving out 2 hugs, just some, elbow rubs, but that's the I couldn't hear you.
Hear me now? We're doing soft daps or deep bows. We're not doing no hugs, okay? Don't be. I know I love everybody. Don't be hugging me, okay?
Right.
Not this time. Love you from afar. Let's go into thank you for that, guys. Look, it's time for the Eagles Give Challenge. I want to bring this up. I love my little graphic. Eagles Give Challenge. Eagles Give Challenge. This is where we talk to our Eagles and really give you an opportunity to give to the university in a really special way. Look, you can go to eaglesgive.com and it'll take you directly to the university website where you can make a recurring gift to the university. Any amount. We encourage you to do at least $19.10 a month. If you can do a week, cool. If you can do $1,000, whatever you do, let's make a recurring gift to the university. They're good stewards of our money. You can trust where the money is going. I know that's sometimes something what people think, but I've seen it. I've served with the Alumni Association. I hear directly from the chancellor. I trust that the money that we're giving is fertile soil. Our university is fertile soil. All right, and you can put it wherever you want to. If you have a fraternity or sorority, if you have an endowment with the campus, you can always put your money there. It's a very easy drop-down menu for you to choose that. And if you don't have a preference for where the money goes, give to the annual fund. Give to the annual fund. It's soft funds that the university can use, like for COVID-19 or for anything they might need. Come on, let's give. So now we're going to ask our guests today if they will make a recurring gift to the university. Jamal can do a payroll deduction when he get there, just so you know. But let's start with Danielle. Danielle, will you make a recurring gift to the university?
Of course I will.
Thank you, Madam Esquire. Jamal, will you be participating in the payroll deduction program?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to give you guys a moment to think about what your final thoughts are as we conclude our broadcast tonight. We're going to allow you to give your final thoughts, whatever you may want our guests to leave with tonight. But before we do that, look, join the NCCU Alumni Association. We go to nccualumni.org. It's really, really important. I got a number yesterday that since July, we have increased membership of 141 members, new members to the association. It's so simple to join. It's $50 a year. If you graduated within 10 years, I think it's like $35, man. And even if you're not a graduate, if it's a spouse or a sister or somebody that is in your life, it's like $25 to be an associate member of the Alumni Association. So everybody in your household can be a member of the Alumni Association. I mean, you get a luggage tag. If you're a grad, you get a umbrella. I mean, there's all kind of stuff that you get. All right, there's lots of perks to being a member of the NCCU Alumni Association. Go to nccualumni.org today. I'm gonna shut up. I'm always on here screaming and hollering. Join the Alumni Association. We need you. And last thing I'll say is, unlike many other alumni associations around the country, NCCU's Alumni Association is a private third-party advocacy group for the university. So some alumni associations are inside of the university. Now, there are advantages to having the university kind of own your alumni association, more money, dedicated staff, et cetera, et cetera. But look, if you didn't like something about the university, you can't, well, you know, Jamal, you can't say nothing now that you work for the university. You can't speak so freely. But yeah, boy, you know, we can say what we feel because we're a third-party advocacy group. Okay? So if I want to get on TV and scream and holler about how NCCU is amazing because of X, Y, and Z, I can do that with no restrictions. So it's important for us to maintain our privacy, maintain our third-party status, so that we can go out here and talk about our university the way that we feel led to do so. All right, so I just want to make sure y'all know y'all can join at any time at nccualumni.org. All right, now we're going to final thoughts. Of course, we're going to start with our First Lady, Danielle. What are your final thoughts tonight?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to speak on this platform. I'm truly grateful. I do want to say to all the entrepreneurs out there, making sure that you protect your brand is extremely, extremely important. If you need assistance, I'm here to help. I am the owner of Brent Bowens Law, where we help women entrepreneurs protect their brand so they can grow their business with a peace of mind.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Brent Bowens, Esquire, thank you for being here. Protect your brand. Speaking of brands, 19th Mr. NCCU. Jamal, what is your final thoughts? What are your final thoughts?
Again, I just want to say thank you again for allowing me to be on this platform this evening. To all young people who are aspiring in different fields and different positions, don't allow your age, don't allow people questioning your abilities or what you bring to the table to stop you from going what it is you want to go after of. So keep that in mind, keep being you, and just keep pushing forward. And then to all Eagle alum, going forward, just continue to brand NCCU the first choice premier global institution that we know we are. So excited to be here.
Come on, first choice global institution.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all. Just going into our chat room, Eagle Pride Amplify. Let's go. Somebody mentioned voter rights as a current event that they're following. Voter rights, absolutely, and also the athletics fund. Someone mentioned you can give to the athletic fund. Of course, I don't know if the chancellor said this, but they're gonna build a new stadium and a new athletic complex at some point. Is this an exclusive? Am I supposed to say something? Well, I did. Well, I did. So we need you to give to the university so we can get us some athletic stuff so we can be on ESPN every week. How about that? All right. All right. Well, look, we are at time. So grateful for the opportunity to honor you all tonight. And if you want to be a part of this broadcast, all you have to do is DM us. You need to be a member of the Alumni Association, be financial, be in a commitment to make a recurring gift to the university. And we'd love to have you. It's that simple. This is like homecoming every week. 30 minutes live every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, 12 noon on the West Coast. For now, my name is Keon Brown. An eagle is no common, ordinary barnyard fowl. And like we like to say, you belong at NCCU. We love you for watching. Take care.